Hermes wears a cloak with the triple dot symbol of the Chintamani, the Tibetan symbol of the wish-fulfilling gem that manifests the light body. He holds the caduceus wand, the symbol of the seraphim angels. His headgear that may represent the cap of invisibility that enabled the wearer to become invisible to other supernatural entities, in my view, functions sort of like a cloud or a mist that the gods would surround themselves in to become undetectable. It's something that the Gnostics and the Essenes sought, this invisibility cloak. Egypt is considered by many to be the spiritual home of Western Ascension teachings, and it was the discovery of the Corpus Hermeticum during the Renaissance that led European intellectuals to the conclusion that the Greek god Hermes and the Egyptian god Thoth were the same being. Thoth was the Egyptian god of alchemy and transformation with his new Greek name, Hermes. Renaissance Ascension keepers came to believe that the Ascension teachings of Jesus were also Hermetic or derived from Hermes and his line. It is therefore no coincidence that Jesus also wears a cloak with the triple dots of the Chintamani. The Hermetic traditions and its writings date to at least the 1st century BC. This is the time when the Essenes were in Alexandria, Egypt, and were collating the Ascension teachings from all the enlightened civilizations of the Mediterranean, including Greece. Their revival provided a seminal force in the development of Renaissance thought and culture. As we move forward, we will explore the de Medici quest for the lost teachings of the Gnostics and the lost teachings of Jesus and the Essenes, and how they formed an academy that instructed the world's greatest artists, including Botticelli, Raphael, Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and others, in the art of encoding these teachings, these Ascension teachings, in the Renaissance masterpieces. But our story begins with a little-known man named René d'Anjou, one of the key figures of the Renaissance. In fact, he is claimed to be the man who launched it. At 9 years old, René d'Anjou was installed as Grand Master of that notorious organization, the Priory of Sion, named after the celestial city. This is the secret society credited with creating the Knights Templar as their military arm, an organization dedicated to the mystical bloodline of Jesus and Mary Magdalene and the sacred teachings that were passed down to their descendants, which included the Merovingian kings of France and their many offshoots scattered throughout the royalty of Europe. These mystical teachings, of course, have to do with Ascension. René was the man that rode at Joan of Arc's side in her crusade to Orleans. René is the man that Christopher Columbus acknowledges in his journals as the man that gave him his first ship's commission. But René claimed descent from Jesus and Mary Magdalene. In fact, the Anjou dynasty had adopted Mary Magdalene as their special saint, probably since Charles II of Anjou, a relative of René, had found her tomb in 1279 at Saint Maximum le Saint Baume in Provence. He, Charles, then founded the massive Gothic basilica at Sainte Marie de Madeleine in 1295. It's famously reported that René had a red porphyry cup, which he told people was used at the wedding at Cana. This was the moment when Jesus turned water into wine, one of his many miracles. It's fair to say that René's family was obsessed with finding the artifacts of the Holy Family, his family. I'm William Henry, and this is Ascension Keepers.